The pit bull, the one everyone had warned them about, was the only one in the room with her. Joy had been a pediatric dietitian for 13 years. She knew the cadence of a real emergency. This was not that. This was Kona, 4 years old, 92 pounds, doing something he had never done in 4 years. She made coffee. She told herself she would deal with it after breakfast. Narrator Part 3. She had seen this before. Not in his house, in other people's houses. In her training, she had learned that the most dangerous moment for a family was the morning the older pet decided the baby was now competition. She had counseled families. She had taken the call from the ER the night a Labrador, 8 years old, beloved, had bitten a 2-year-old. This morning, in her own kitchen, she was certain the dog was stressed by the toddler's mobility and was warning her with body language. She called Kurt at work. He said the things husbands say when they do not want to upset their wives. He said, "Are you sure?" He said he has never done anything. Kona watched her from the corner of the kitchen. He had not looked away. If you stay for stories about what animals sense before we do, you're in the right place. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Narrative 4. The decision happened in 20 minutes. Joy crated Kona in the basement and stood with her back against the kitchen counter. She put Vance on the rug with board books, and she sat on the couch, and she did not stop shaking. She picked up her phone twice to call the rescue. She put it down twice. Then Kona threw himself against the door 3 times before the latch plate started to splinter. She thought, "That is the noise that ends a dog's life in this country." She thought, "I will call them at 10. But Kona did not stop. He was not barking. He was not whining. He was throwing himself against a door that was already starting to give. The latch broke at 8:47 a.m. Kona did not run to her. He did not approach Vance. He went past both of them into the back of the house and stopped. He sat. He stared at one specific spot. He whined once, the first sound he had made in an hour. Joy followed because she did not know what else to do. The most dangerous animal in her kitchen, the one she had been ready to surrender 40 minutes earlier, was not threatening anyone. He was pointing. The reveal came through the dog, bringing a single object from another room and placing it on the floor. She did not understand yet. She would in 43 minutes. Had you ever had a moment where you missed something obvious until your dog refused to let you keep missing it? Tell us in the comments. Vance vomited at 9:03 a.m. twice. Then his eyes rolled. Then he did not respond to his name. The ambulance was there in 11 minutes. Joy sat in the back and watched a paramedic she had trained 6 years earlier hold her son's airway open. They were at the hospital in 7 minutes. Vance was in the pediatric ICU in 22. The attending pulled her into the family room and used the phrase, "an undetected pulmonary embolism." The pulmonary embolism response team from University Medical Center sat across from her and said, "Saddle clot at the pulmonary bifurcation." If you had brought him in even 30 minutes later, we would be having a different conversation. She thought of Kona, pressing his shoulder against the gate. She thought of him staring, not at her son, but past him. She understood all at once that it had never been aggression. Kona had been smelling a parent dismissing chest tightness as anxiety for 2 hours. He had known before any machine could have told her what she had read as a threat had been a sentence in a language she did not know how to translate. Every guardian deserves to be recognized. If stories like this matter to you, subscribe so you never miss the next one. Narrator Part 7. Vance came home 4 days later. Joy opened the back door before she set the car seat down. Kona did not run. He walked to the carrier and lowered his head onto the edge of it. He did not move for the next hour. The vet later told her that animals can detect changes in a child's body chemistry before any human eye registers a symptom. Joy already knew. She had felt the weight of him against her hand at the gate. That night, she sat on the kitchen floor next to him for a long time and said nothing because there was nothing she could say that he did not already know. He sighed once, long, and his ribs settled against the floorboards. Somewhere in this country, tonight, another animal is doing the same thing for another family, and nobody knows yet.